sound check here. I don't know. Usually it'll take a second. Ryan will hop in. Check my phone. Testing. Something is.
Can you hear us?
Should be. Yours is a little higher. Let me see what's different on this. Maybe. What we got? Testing.
Testing. Yeah, mine's like really high.
Is it? Yeah, yours is picking up mine. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's see. Of course, I don't have the other computer here to. Where's the Twitch at?
Okay.
Well, there are people here. Anyone in the chat? How's the sound? We're having sound issues right now.
Anybody out there?
I think you might. Am I just not talking loud enough?
Can anybody hear me?
Anyone? Bueller. I guess we find out. I guess we can just let her rip and.
No, that or we have just a bunch of comments saying, "Dude, speak up."
Can't hear you. We can't hear you. Well, we got 5. Anyone in the channel? We feel like we're coming in light. Any input? Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, someone says extremely quiet on my end.
Yeah, we have sound on. Extremely quiet. You sure? I don't know what do you turn up, like the gain? Okay.
So, I mean...
Oh. I forgot about that. What's that? Brandon's here. What are we opening, Brandon?
it would be Avengers, Fantastic Four.
Alright. I'll talk to you then. Alright, see ya. What is it?
Fantastic Four. Empire. With a Y. Yeah. Miniatures game. Opening. If you want to say that.
How do I update that? that's going to be a problem.
A little bit.
Take it out. I did not take it out. Oh my god. Put it on you.
I mean, yeah, it just brightens me up. That one's not. No, this is dark. It's still kind of dark.
Did not see that coming.
No, really, we did test this out ahead of time. I think that's because like I'm kind of here blocking that anyway.
I just don't want to tilt this down and be in your face. Ouch. Finger.
That's better, but it's still bright as heck on your screen, on your camera. That's not terrible. Any thoughts from the chat? Any thoughts? Feedback?
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. So we are. It never fails. We always have some technical difficulties here.
Of course.
And I realize I don't have chips to mark activation. All right, I am here with.
That's where we're opening this. It has everything we need.
Does it?
Well,
does it have chips?
Oh, kinda.
Kinda.
We'll see when we open it.
All right, we've had people come by the store asking about Heroclix. So Zach is taking the night off here, well-deserved break, and I'm here with Brandon.
Hello.
He's our in-house Heroclix aficionado. I hear this guy Rick is really into Heroclix, but he can't make time to make it, so I don't.
He lives a very busy life, so
he's gonna be hot when he watches this tonight. He's gonna be hot.
I'm sure.
All right, so we kind of opened the box already. This is an older. This was what, 2 sets ago, right?
I'm personally not sure how old this map is being reprinted from.
But this box set is 2 sets.
Oh, the box set, yes.
Is from 2 sets ago.
Yeah. The box set, the last set we had was War of the Realms, so all you Asgardian levelers out there will be big into that. But this came out before that set. And this is a bit of everything. If you like Avengers, the Fantastic Four, even X-Men, this is kind of a hodgepodge set of a whole bunch of different themes. You got Skrulls, Kree, a lot of cosmic stuff.
He said.
What's up?
He's asking me to do stuff, and we know this is gonna go.
Oh dear. Okay.
No.
Now recording video.
Hopefully we're not recording now. Did that help, Zach? Yeah, that was the focus button. Cool. I forgot about focusing it.
Cool.
All right, so normally the game has paper mats. These miniature game ones, I think they're trying to sell it as more of a board game. So those unfamiliar, Heroclix is a collectible game. We did a stream earlier, open a box, so you buy blind packs. You hunt for your, just like anything else. There's different rarities, and looking for those favorite pieces, or in some cases those meta pieces that you are wanting to build your teams with. This is meant to be a self-contained game. The mat is nice. It's these thick, and it is double-sided. They're these thick cardboard, pretty solid.
And this is what actually comes.
Yeah,
in
we
this
opened the
box.
box. It was underneath, but for setting up purposes, we did that. So then we can crack the box open here. See, you do get some some nice Avenger dice here.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, this box does have everything you would need to play the game.
And we'll get to the figures after that. So it does come with. Let's open this up. Yeah, set that out of the way. Wow. Oh, it does come with two of the player cards.
Yes.
or 2 of these. So it does come with a nice. So you. We're gonna stay positive, right? Okay, I'll get back to that. These are player aids. They are definitely very helpful.
So basically, the way HeroClix goes is there's basic rules and a basic list of powers, all pieces derive from and are used to make each character unique and feel like the character they represent in the game. And this card is a handy little tool that shows you all the powers and all the colors that go with them. And if there's any part of the game that takes a while to learn, it's this. It's the most question I get asked, hey, do you mind if I look at the powers and abilities card, or the pack as we call it? And I always say, go ahead. I've been playing for 12 years. I still have to look at it from time to time. So it's a really handy tool, and like Joe said, there are 2 of them in here. So when 2 people learn how to play, they both get their own to look at for reference.
Then they give you, it looks like there's some object tokens, some smoke tokens. So they're using these as action tokens?
Yes.
They're not double colored. I don't know if I... So in the game, each character can basically take on... Each turn you can activate a certain number of characters we'll talk about, and they get an action token. Once they get 2, they cannot do anything, and on a turn where they don't do anything, they clear those tokens. So generally, you can see Brandon has 2 different colors. So, like the first turn, he'll use red, and then second turn, he'll use black. So he knows. Did you put yours on top or bottom? I don't even know.
It doesn't matter.
But he knows then. Okay, whoever didn't use the black token this turn, they get to clear whether they have 1 or 2 action tokens. Here is the rule book. You know what I'm going to do with this rule book? That's out.
That's great to show people wanting to buy stuff. Yeah.
No, it's pretty. We're gonna. This is actually pretty helpful. The game is fairly. The rule book is gonna cover some things that I still have trouble with, like adjacency, especially on levels. But it looks like this is one level.
I picked this map due to its simplicity and also for the camera. The different portions of the terrain are very easily defined. And I figured it would be easier that way for you playing and for those watching.
See, my problem. See, I get in trouble by Brandon for not pushing the game. My issue with the game is I refuse to jump in at the shallow end, and I think maybe I should be jumping in at the shallow end. I know a little bit more than I used to. So
this is definitely a game that, if you're a fan of comic books and even the movies and TV shows, as there is a Disney Plus set coming out in the next 2 months, it's great for comic lovers of all kinds. This specifically is a Marvel-themed set. However, they have DC.
They do?
Barely.
Occasionally. They used to do more. I think with Marvel taking off, they're just...
Well, I believe it's more so with DC being hard to work with. I've heard that on multiple different accounts for different things. I clicked a lot of different things comic book wise, and DC is always the stinger. And so we get, hopefully, 1 DC set a year. Right now we have a Wonder Woman set in Modern. They did a Justice League set from the cartoon that we all grew up with. And so there's also some other properties. Star Trek is still around. Wrestling cliques are still around, like WWE. Barely, but they are still there. We've had Ninja Turtles in the past. We've had Halo, Gears of War, Street Fighter, Yu-Gi-Oh! And
even before that, people played a game called Mage Knight,
yeah,
and I think there was a Battle Mech Warrior. Yes, there was a Mech Warrior, which a lot of people were.
I know the video game.
Pretty fond of, but yeah, they had those as well.
Now, Joe's opening there
what is this?
It's something very specific to these miniatures games. They've done 3 of them so far.
Okay.
And they actually have campaigns in there.
Oh, okay.
They kind of forego the rules a bit. There's no action total and all that. But they are fun little adventures. I've played 1 or 2 of them myself.
Well, that's neat. I did not know that.
I haven't looked at them specifically in this one, but I heard something that you can kind of make your own adventure out of them in here.
Okay.
But they're also fun little scenarios that you can go through with the characters. Kind of helps to learn how the powers and stuff work, not so much the structure of the game, but still a fun add-on for them to throw in.
And I am told, so one of my early complaints, so I first tried to play this, it was probably 15 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was before. So one thing, I don't know if you guys can see it. The game is based on every time you take damage. It's called Heroclix because you click the dial. You take damage. And the dial changed. But one thing they added.
Yeah, because
I should have had a card cam. Yeah, you can't get that.
No. But like, you can kind of see.
They now have the dial on the back of the card. Before, you had to memorize the dial.
And I was very good at it, too.
And you also needed to know who you were playing because sometimes doing damage to a character gives them an ability you might not want them to have. Yeah. As they take damage, they gain and or lose abilities, which attracted me to the game. But at first, it's overwhelming the amount of them. So I'm learning them slowly, like sidestep. I know now when I see the pink on the speed dial, I know that's sidestep. I don't have to look at the handy dandy chart.
Yeah, as I said before, the hardest thing to do is learn the powers, and then on top of that is knowing when your character changes the powers they already have. And that's also what helps make the characters flavorful and unique to the actual character, such as Hulk, who as he gets angrier because he took damage, he might get stronger, and his values will probably go up. He'll have different, better powers.
So here's a perfect example. So Invisible Woman in the beginning, she has stealth.
Which means she cannot be shot at if she is in one of these green squares on the map here.
And then as she takes damage, she then gains the ability to sidestep, which is free movement of 2 spaces. But she loses, so again, she loses the stealth, she gains something else. Now, on her power, is that her power ability? Which one's that? Speed, attack. She starts with gray, so that one, Telekinesis.
Exactly, yeah.
Which that's another one I still need help with. But after 2 damage, she loses it. She has no powers on her attack. Like, she loses. So, she's definitely better in the beginning. I mean, not that sidesteps. And what is she gets? So they also have these white abilities. So what is she? Protect the team. Barrier. Yeah, she can put stuff down.
Yeah, so she's actually one of the better pieces in this box for like competitive play because she can actually make walls. We should have had barrier tokens in the box there.
Is it just debris?
Yeah.
Oh, barrier. Yep, yeah, there they are.
So she can, if you know the character, she can put up walls of her own on the map to block off enemy characters from moving or to shield your own characters. But she also allows your friendly characters to share her high defense if they're next to her barrier markers that she made.
Oh, so she starts at a 19.
Yeah, and a 19 is on the high end. 18, 17 is around the average. So 19's on the high end. And we'll explain during the game why that matters and why a 19's a decent defense.
And the barriers can be attacked, though. You can...
Yes, but that's also taking up one of your few actions. You have a turn to take out a wall instead of trying to take out a character.
So we're talking about actions. It's what? For every 100 points in the build is an action?
Correct.
Unless you have leadership.
Right. Leadership is a power that characters like Captain America would have where they give you +1 to your action total during your turn. So say you have 6 characters on your team. In a 300-point game, you can give 3 actions out across your entire team. If you have a character with leadership, you get 4 actions. And you have to choose which characters can take one of those 4 actions.
So I'm looking now. I don't see Invisible Woman. Are those like the easier cards because they don't have the white?
So, she should be in there. She better be in there.
I don't see the easier. Unless I'm missing, there should be.
Maybe it's invisible.
So the other thing is, I think there's extra cards for the base game without the white abilities.
She was stuck by Human Torch. Yep, so she's in here.
So
one thing.
Playing white abilities or no? I can handle white abilities.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think that the more advanced dials on these cards are really that more advanced. They just have more powers. It's up to you which one you want to do. But as he said before, there is a bit of a learning curve into this game. That's what this box is designed to do. These are very simple dials, simple versions of the characters, and are designed to really just teach you how to play the game and get you learning the powers, learning the game and abilities, and then slowly going up from there. And the reason that every character has 2 cards in this is that they'll have a card, say as, where's that Invisible Woman at? Or actually, no, give me that Spider-Man.
There.
Spider-Man.
Here's Spider-Man.
Yeah, let me watch.
For that one?
Yeah. So like this Spider-Man card here, you can kind of see.
Yeah, not really.
There's only there's only 3 powers on his whole dial.
Zach's yelling right now. He said, "Card cam, card." I can hear him. I can hear him yelling for the card cam.
Next time we'll have a card cam. We'll do the Scott Porter. But yeah, so this guy only has 3 powers on his whole dial, and then
wait. Rick's gonna be upset if you say Scott. If you don't say hashtag turn Scott Porter heel. Just saying. He's not gonna be happy.
Well, oh yeah. So
White power.
Yeah. Don't say that. So this is
okay. Yeah, that's probably.
So this Spider-Man is only 25 points to play, and only has 3 powers on his dial. Very simple, very easy to use. And then this Spider-Man here is 40 points to play, a little bit more expensive, and he has a special white power on his dial. White powers are to denote something unique to that character's card and dial, because they won't be in the standard powers of the abilities card that we showed you earlier.
Like his speed is green. Green for everyone means the same thing. White is like, okay, this is unique to Spider-Man.
Right, and it might be something where it combines 2 powers together, such as we said with Invisible Woman, that she can put out those barriers. Well, she gives her defense buff to those people next to her barriers, which is unique only to her.
Yep.
So, let us see.
Should we grab the... I'd say just go with the what. I mean, that extra power is not going to make...
I agree, and also I don't think we'd both be able to make a 300-point team with just the lower dials, because they are...
So a normal competitive game in this is 300 points. That's the...
Correct.
Then they do have a rotation. They have a... What is it, modern? Is that the...
Yes, they call it modern. It's the sets that have been released only in the past roughly 2 years. All right, so we got...
Now we do have some events here where they're switching the ROC kits to Silver Age, which pretty much means you can go back. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the dial is on the back of the card, that is Silver Age.
Correct.
Okay.
Roughly, oh boy, in 2016, I believe, 2017, somewhere in there, they changed the full design of these cards. They used to just have the listed powers, and then that was it. Now they have the dials on the back, as we've been showing you. And so from that set, which was called Superior Foes of Spider-Man, onward, every figure in that is tournament legal for Silver Age events.
And I believe at some point they lowered the cost along the way too, so you could actually play more like sometimes at 300 points you'd have like
3 characters,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did right around actually that set. 2 sets before that, I believe it was X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. They dropped the point value of characters significantly, so you could actually have a team of the X-Men in a 300-point game, not just 2 or 3 characters.
Yeah.
But these are the 10 characters we have to choose from.
Not to say you can't play larger games, but that is the set.
Now,
it's not a good guy, bad guy thing here.
It is. The spread is just weird.
Okay.
So first off,
so Brandon already pulled out Taskmaster. I think that was to show you. So
that wasn't on purpose in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it was. So we also have Madam Hydra here.
Yes.
The other thing they did over the past couple sets is they started adding these tactical rocks, and the models have gotten a little bigger.
Yes.
Which I think is nice, because I thought they were... Some of the old ones are...
Roughly a year ago, I believe it was a year ago, it was a set called House of X, another X-Men set. They implemented a different design on the Heroclix, where the sculpts were a bit larger, better detailed, sometimes better painted. Definitely not all the times.
This set I thought was pretty good. The last set was...
War of the Realms was pretty rough. This
Yeah.
set was not bad at all.
And the Wonder Woman set I thought was nicely
Wonder Woman was
done.
great as well.
Yeah.
It seems to be like every other set tends to be good.
And is that are they all made at the same place? Like, is that a...
I believe there's 2 different places that they get made and painted in, and you can kind of tell which one's from where.
Ignore the twinkling and popping.
Now this group of characters is a bit odd because there's some well-known characters in this and some not so well-known.
So, full disclosure, I am not a huge comic buff, and partly I believe my ADD. When I look at a comic book, I don't even know where to start.
Like a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
There's pictures. That's insulting to comic books, but there's pictures, there's words. So I've tried over the years multiple times to get into comics. I love the movies. I love the lore. It's a me thing, and I just can't. I am drawn to the art, and I can't read the pic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can follow it with the artwork, and then trying to read the words, and then I'm like, as I'm reading, I see something over here that squirrel, and then I'm over there, and it's just bad. I mean, so me as not a comic book fan, some of these I know, but like Super Skrull X-Men, yeah.
That's why I said it's kind of a hodgepodge of characters a lot of people probably won't know.
Spider-Man in the blue. Don't really know Spider-Man in the blue. Invisible Woman, Rogue, Wolverine, Magneto. Madam Hydra, vaguely. I have heard the name. I would say Madam Hydra and Super Skrull are probably the two least known by me. This Captain Marvel?
Yes, so have you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Do you remember Ronan?
Yeah.
The guy in the hood with the hammer?
Mm-hmm.
That's his hammer.
Okay.
That is when she is the accuser of the Kree. So, again, is Captain Marvel a character now everyone knows, but in a variation that they won't be familiar with?
Yeah.
A lot of people, at least in comic lore, know of the Super Skrull, which is a Skrull that fought the Fantastic Four, that has all of their 4 abilities. This one, instead of being off of the Fantastic Four, is literally made up of the abilities of 4 X-Men.
Okay.
So as you can see on the sculpt, no one at home can, sadly, but he's got the metal skin of Colossus, the claws of Wolverine, the tail of Nightcrawler, and the eye blast of Cyclops.
So I saw the Cyclops, so I was a little... Oh, these dials have 2... That's gonna... I don't know if I'm turning into the right thing. I forgot they have 2 sets on them now because of the...
They should be on click 7.
Ooh. How you see that little tiny 7? And my aversion to this game, like I said, from afar, I appreciate the game immensely. I just... The learning curve is a real thing. And that's my problem. I want to jump in the deep end and go right in, and I think this game...
Yeah, this game doesn't really let you do that. I mean, you can to a degree, but it's going to take you a while.
How do we evenly split these up?
I mean, you can do good guys versus bad guys.
Yeah, let's just do that. That's fine.
The weird thing is I think Rogue was on the bad guys in this.
Son of a...
Yeah.
And I get Captain Marvel.
Yes, yeah. I do believe that's how they had it, if I remember correctly.
So normally a game you would roll off. There's a thing called Theme Team. We don't need to get into that. That adds to... So competitive play-wise, not only do you build your team, you're probably building your team based on maybe some maps. Because you roll off, the winner of the roll-off picks the map.
Correct. And they go first.
Some people base their teams around it. Eric, if you're listening, he just likes to play the wrestling ring one all the time. Like every 6 months, I think I have to give him a new one because it's worn out.
And if you're some people with certain names we won't mention, like Ken, you can try your hardest to get that map roll to win the map of the game, and it just doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, I don't know that you ever build your team around a map.
Yeah.
But you have a map and like...
There are some specific characters in X-Men even that function completely differently on certain maps. And there are even swap mechanics that you can use to build kind of 2 different teams in one.
Okay.
And if you get that map roll and you get the map you want, then you drop that character in. If not, you drop a different character in.
All right, so this is what I know. Setup, we have the 2 like pink areas.
Correct.
So I think winner of whoever lost the map roll chooses deployment first, right?
Correct.
But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. In general, a lot of these maps are pretty symmetrical. A lot, not all.
To a degree, some maps offer better cover than others. Some maps might have you put on a different elevation. Some maps might have a better or easier starting area to get out of, so there's a little play there.
And in typical me fashion, are we just gonna see who goes first? Where's my?
Sure, we can.
Let's see if we can see these on the board. Ooh, look at that!
Can
kind
you?
of. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 2 of those.
Okay.
I won't use my special dice.
I don't know, because I don't know if these can be. Yeah,
You
that-
can't. I can barely see those. Yeah. He got a 10. He got a 10, by the way.
There's 7.
I got a 7.
All right, I'll choose this map.
All right, cool. And I'll choose to start over here.
Okay. These look fairly symmetrical, though.
They are.
Like you can see
No.
the same structure on opposite ends. So everyone knows. Let me see, because they changed this. Is this? No.
That is hindering.
Hindering.
Yes. But before we get to that, do you just want to do 300 points?
We can do.
Because I'm only, with all 5 characters, I'm only making, let's see.
I'm at 245.
Yeah, I'm at 250, I believe.
We'll just call it 300 points.
Okay. Yeah, I was just seeing because, yeah, we just both have 5 characters.
And it seemed pretty close.
No one has leadership.
I don't think there's any. How's there not theme team going on here?
How
on earth do I have 5 characters and 3 different team abilities?
So the part in the beginning where I said it's a hodgepodge of characters,
Oh.
it's a hodgepodge. And what he means by theme teams is that every character has a number of keywords. Some might be generic, like spy or ruler or martial artist, and some might be teams that we know, like the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four. If you have all of your characters on your team sharing a single keyword, that is a themed team. You get reroll bonuses during the match, and you get up to a maximum of +3 to your map roll when rolling for the map choice.
Do you get their team ability during the game?
Yes, you get your team abilities no matter what, if you
Okay.
have a themed team or not.
So like Avengers says when this character is given a move action modifies. So
She has that
all the
no matter
Avengers have, like, if they have that team ability, they all, okay.
what. Yeah, they just get it. I mean, I don't think you could make an X-Men or Fantastic Four team. Or
No, I have 2
Okay.
Fantastic Four, I have an Avenger, I have an X-Men, I have a Spider-Man.
Well, you don't look at those. That's the team abilities.
Oh.
I'm looking at the keywords.
Oh.
Because you have Avenger. Does Spider-Man not have Avengers? You
No,
do
he
have a
does.
theme team.
Oh, I do.
You have yeah.
I have all Avengers, okay.
All right, so I'm already at a disadvantage. That's awesome.
That's a loose interpretation of it. And here's my systematic approach to putting guys out.
Is anyone a spy over there?
I don't have a spy. I don't remember seeing spy.
Because I could have given you Rogue for a spy, because she's Avengers as well, and I would have had all spies, but I don't. So
I have scientist,
that does not help.
soldier,
Me. Nope.
cosmic.
Nope. Everyone has spy except for Rogue.
How does Rogue not have?
I don't know.
Like, isn't that inherent in her name?
We don't question these things.
Yeah, what he said. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna put my flyers up in the front because they can carry people, right?
Exactly. If your characters have flight, which is a symbol on the speed slot, you can move over certain obstacles, move past enemy characters while moving, and you can carry friendly characters next to you.
Theme team. Zach just said theme team hodgepodge. That should be.
Yeah.
They should make us some generic ability. Like
Or
if every character has a different.
Or they just screw over the villains, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for taking Rogue. She should be on my team.
But none of them are ever bad guys. And at least Rogue started in the Brotherhood,
She
which
has Ronan's hammer. She stole it from him.
doesn't make her a bad guy. She's just a bad girl. I don't know.
Yeah, bad girl. I'll trade you bad girl for bad girl.
No, I'm good. Because in the comics, Rogue beat the crap out of Captain Marvel anyway, so
Oh, great.
advantage me.
Awesome.
But you do get, this is 300 points, you do get 3 theme team rerolls.
Okay.
Since none of us have a power called probability control.
And what is Is
So-
that blocking? Is that like...
This is blocking. This is terrain that you can't be placed on or moved through unless you have a power that says so. You can destroy it. If you have a base 3 damage, you can target it and destroy it, which makes a debris marker.
Debris, so yeah, you can... But you can fly over them, correct?
Not on this map, because this is an indoor map. Yeah.
Oh, so if it's indoor, you can't. Outdoor, you can fly over the.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, so it really you don't even. You just what is it an action just to.
Yep.
You just
Yeah,
say,
it's a
okay,
specific destroy action.
but though you can see the green and white a little bit, that makes it hindering, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And hindering doesn't do what it used to, but stealth.
Yeah, so hindering basically, if you are in hindering or like behind it when someone's drawing a line of fire to you, you get a defense bonus of +1. If you have the power called stealth, if lines of fire are drawn to you through hindering terrain, they can't see you. They basically can't shoot you unless they're right next to you.
All right.
But you did win the roll. Let me say, I'll put him back here.
So we're playing like I'm gonna. I can't use those action chips. What's this rule book going on here?
I don't know. It's like someone threw it. Now he's going to get some poker chips that are like these guys here, so that he can actually put them under his characters and see which ones took actions on which turn. They actually do sell packs of tokens with dice for the sets that come out. They had one for the War of the Realms that came out. They had like this cool Asgardian rune for the 6 was. They were green and gold. And so you can always still pick up your own chips and make your own, but you can also buy them right from WizKids themselves.
And the packs that he's talking about also generally have bystanders.
Yes.
Because some of the characters create bystanders or...
Yeah, some characters create other characters known as bystanders. They're basically token characters. They have 1 click of health. And they usually come in those packs if a character in the adjoining set generates them.
I just want to state it for the record. Slick Tricky Rick here. I think this is my second game of HeroClix in the same amount of time you've played 0.
I think that is true. I do think that is true. He's fallen behind.
Oh, slacker!
If only there were better royals he could have joined in more.
Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, and I don't think each set in the dice and token pack has its own unique dice that match the set.
Yeah, the dice that
like
came
this
with
one has the Avengers. Is it the 6? Yeah. Has a little Avengers symbol on the 6.
It's always the 6 that they do.
Yeah.
Now, for this game, I say we don't play with objects just to leave that layer of stuff out of it. But you can...
can I take this freeze beam light object?
No, you can't.
I wonder if that goes with one of the...
That goes with the scenario.
Because we also have little... I wonder if these
we do
are
have bystanders, yeah.
Yeah, so these are the little... Basically, it's a one... They have 1 health, basically.
Yep.
They come out, so I guess...
Yeah, these here are...
We've got some plants.
Kotati plant soldiers.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those. I have some scroll.
Yeah.
A Hydra. Ooh, a Hydra minion.
But on the back, is it? Yeah, so yeah, Hydra minions and scrolls. I have a scroll on the back that was Mystique from X-Men.
I thought I saw. Yeah, there's another Mystique. There's a scroll.
There's multiple Mystiques?
Well, so these are... I wonder... So are these the tokens needed for this set?
No, those are actually for the scenarios.
Oh, of course.
That they have
they
in
give
there.
you the tokens for this?
Right.
That's a separate beef I have that I'll...
So, well, no, they did. They did have a dice and token pack for this set.
I know, but I feel like if I buy this... I always feel like that should be included with this.
I mean, it is weird that they have these little action token pieces versus, like, these. Because they do sell these for HeroClix. Yeah. For tokens, but in these...
I'm going to go through the rules. I wonder if this is a base game, just kind of, hey...
Yeah, I'm not sure where these came from.
Maybe there's a separate rule. Because there also are smoke token. I don't remember what smoke is. That's more... Some characters can create smoke.
There's a power called Smoke Cloud where you can basically make your own hindering, just as Invisible Woman can make her own barriers. I don't believe anyone here has smoke.
Gotta heal through it. It says stop regeneration.
So that means...
Is that a stop click?
Yeah, it's a stop click.
I thought they used to put a line on the stop click.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Just a white box.
So we can explain that when we get to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Invisible Woman is my only... She's probably my most wordy character here. The rest are pretty good. Alright, so I'm going first. I'll just leave those there. I gotta remember I got...
Well, we might need that space. That's why. I mean, I could... What if I want to rub and punch that out and hide in there? I mean, you're a theme team. You know, you're scary.
I'd only get 3. I should have 6. 7. 5.
Yeah, no one in this set also in this box has leadership, so we're gonna be stuck with 3 actions apiece.
Yeah, so I can tell you when I'm watching these guys build teams, leadership is a huge thing they're generally looking for to get. I mean, getting an extra action. I mean, if you only have 3 actions, you're getting a 4th. That's a huge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's pretty important. All right, so let's see how many mistakes I make. So, Torch here, Human Torch has a movement of 10. When they're carrying, can they move the full 10?
Yes, they can. They used to not be able to, but in order to simplify things a year ago, they changed a whole bunch of rules, and that was when they took away.
The other thing is diagonals adjacent. So, like, you can basically, if you count out 10, you can kind of get where you need to go because you can just go diagonal. And I noticed watching the good players, they like to, like, because they're trying to plan stuff out. They're like, oh, if I move here and then see how far they shoot. But I'm not a good player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I am going to bring old Spidey. That's probably, let's be semi-smart.
So I would have ran out there and shot.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I realized that after I did this. Okay. And then Invisible Woman. She has a movement of 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you want to stick her in hindering terrain, so because she does have stealth.
I'm putting her there. That's my second action. And then Captain Marvel's going to take Wolverine for a ride. I don't know what that meant, but that's her movement.
I think the laugh was worse than
10.
the statement.
I know, right? So we'll just, you know what? We'll just, yeah, I can get there.
Yeah.
So one thing we didn't talk about carrying, let me see if I'm correct here. When you carry someone, they cannot then perform an action. They basically got a free move.
Correct.
Is what they got.
So actions that require tokens afterwards, such as movement, attacks, or certain powers, you give them a token after that, they're done for the turn. Characters that get carried before they've been given an action can't be given a tokenable action afterwards. Now there are some powers and abilities like Sidestep, which Joe mentioned before, which is a free movement of 2 squares. You can do free actions after being carried, but it doesn't let his characters have any of those. At least at the current moment.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, none of my side steps are right away. Oh, we got some new chat people. This is not our normal Marvel Champions chat. We got, I can't, it's pretty far away. James chats. Jordan? I can't, oh my gosh. Tricks and Pebble. This Twitch stuff still, I don't know what it is. James is rating with a party of 14. Looks like some huzzah going on. How do we get that huzzah?
So I am moving Magneto. He has a speed of 8. I moved him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, carrying Madam Hydra, and I placed her in front of him because she has stealth, he does not, so she's kind of body blocking anyone trying to shoot Magneto from that direction. Now let's see, who else do we have here? So Taskmaster does have sidestep, so I'll move him 2 spaces for free. And then let's see, so Rogue can fly, my X-Men Super Skrull cannot. So that means Rogue's going to be carrying him somewhere. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's try this here. Rogue over here and carry the Super Skrull, and then Taskmaster.
Do we not have Ryan? Where's Ryan tonight?
I don't know who that is.
He's asked multiple times about Heroclix.
Alright, and my team is moved.
That looks shady. Alright. Okay. What does... So she has a range of 4. What is that ability again? What is telekinesis? That you can throw stuff, or you can actually throw...
So they've changed it a bit, and but yes, you're not wrong on anything you said. You can choose a character or an object and basically place them in another square that is within 6 range line of fire of both you and the character or object you are placing. So
can they perform an action after you, or is that like carrying?
No, they can totally perform an action.
So if I telekinesis Spider-Man...
Correct. It would be an action for Invisible Woman, but Spider-Man would then be free to do whatever you want him to do.
And how do you count? So the range is her 4?
So look at the powers and abilities card.
That is a attack action?
Yep.
Telekinesis, minimum range 6. Oh.
So there you go. So even though her range is only a 4 on her dial, it does function with a minimum range of 6. So you could place him within 6 squares and line of fire with both him and her.
But, you know what? Spider-Man does have charge, and I can't see what is he at. Oh, he's only at an 8? Is that correct?
Right, which means charge says that you can move half your speed and then punch in the same action. Unfortunately, he is outside of 4 squares of my team as he is. So a telekinesis would help boost him up a bit.
What is the range on targeting for telekinesis? Is that her range of 4?
It's still minimum range 6.
So could she technically see Wolverine?
She cannot because Spider-Man is in the way.
What an idiot.
Yeah, blame the person that placed him there.
Alright, well, you know what? Let's... Human Torch has energy explosion.
Yes, he does.
So... Although I know that is a separate... So that is a orange ability. That one I always get a little confused. Make a range attack and all their cards do. So talking this out, if he shot Skrull, it would actually hit.
It would actually. So basically, what happened is if he would target Super Skrull, he would automatically target Madam Hydra, Magneto, and Rogue.
Okay.
And then what it would do is anyone that you hit with an attack roll successfully would take 2 damage.
I think that's yeah. Let's do that. While he has it.
Before you do that, you should probably ask what my defenses are on all those characters.
Oh, they're high.
I meant the powers.
What are they?
So, Super Skrull has a power called Invulnerability, which reduces damage by 2, which means the 2 damage that you would do from Energy Explosion would do nothing. Rogue also has Invulnerability. Magneto has Energy Shield Deflection and Invulnerability. And Madam Hydra has Super Senses, which gives her a chance to evade it.
That's dumb.
But he does have a white attack power, so what does that say?
Oh, they're dealt 3 instead of 2.
Okay, so because of that specific iteration of Energy Explosion on him, if you hit everybody, they would all take 1. Except for her, if you hit her directly, she would take 3 because she doesn't have a reducer.
He's at an 11 attack. So here's where the dice roll come in. My attack is 11. So for example, so when you're targeting multiple, I would roll. This is my roll. Let's say I was attacking. I would roll.
I would say first.
I would add my 5.
Correct.
To the 11.
You would have to move first, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying for like it.
Yes.
So that's how you hit.
So his attack value is 11 on the.
So if I roll this 5, I add the 5, so it would be a 16. So
correct.
Anyone with 16 or lower would hit.
Correct.
Which had I done that, that wouldn't have hit anybody.
Right.
But that's how they attack and defense. They're the only numbers that matter really for rolling.
Correct.
Anytime you go to attack, and I wouldn't roll for each target. And in that scenario, I would roll for Super Skrull, and that's the same value you would use for. So in theory, you could hit some and not the other.
Correct.
With that. So those are the only numbers that really pertain to rolling, right? It's attack and defense. I don't.
As far as like calculating things, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of powers say roll a d6 and get like a 5 or a 6, which that's not either. and then they can activate a certain effect.
Yeah. Well, let's do that's gonna leave him hanging out to dry. Someone's gonna get hung out to dry. It's all right. So half his move. So really, I just want to. What's his range? 6. I could just move back and still force you to. So in theory, if I move here, 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now,
do you want to carry Spider-Man with you or let him go?
No, I'm going to leave Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
There. So now I am choosing to attack. I am going to. It's his Nova Blast. He only has that for 2 clicks. Energy Explosion. When human torch uses it, each character are dealt 3 damage instead of 2.
Okay. Now my Super Skrull, since you're targeting him first, he does have shape change because he's a Skrull. It comes from his team ability.
Okay.
Now, since I said before, when you target with Energy Explosion, the people adjacent to your target become auto-targeted. If they had shape change, I couldn't roll it because they're already targeted.
Okay.
But
so he's the only one that can roll.
Correct.
He can basically avoid the attack.
Right.
And what is it, 5, 6?
It normally is a 5 or a 6, but because the Skrulls get it through a team ability, meaning they always have it on their dial, they're only a 6.
Oh, okay.
But if they have shape change on their dial from a regular power, they actually get a boost with a 4, 5, or 6.
Oh, okay.
But he is simple, and he just gets a 6, which that's not.
All right.
So you have a clear target now.
All right. So now we are taking my 11, and we are adding 9. So that is a total of 20.
So
I believe that hits. I can't see Madam Hydra's number, but
so you have hit Super Skrull. You have hit Rogue because Rogue is only a 17. Now Magneto has Energy Shield Deflection, which gives him +2 defenses against a range attack. He is an 18, which puts him to a 20,
which is what I'm at.
which is still a good hit. And then Madam Hydra is only an 18 as
See that the
well.
click's a little low.
Yeah, the sticker's a little off. All right, so you have hit everybody. Now let's do the damage, and then I'll get to Madam Hydra. But he takes 1.
Mm-hmm. And that was because he has toughness, correct?
Invulnerability. Yes.
So toughness is 1. I had this conversation Sunday, I think.
Yes.
Saturday. Toughness is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Invulnerability is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Impervious is
2.
2 with the possibility of
2. You can you reduce it by 2, or you can do a rollout. You can do a rollout as well. And then if you get a 5 or 6 on that rollout, you reduce the damage dealt down to 0. And now Madam Hydra has super senses. She doesn't reduce damage in any way. However, if I get a 5 or a 6 on this roll, she could evade it completely.
Yeah.
I don't like these dice. So she takes the full 3 damage.
Ouch. And when you draw, technically you draw from center to center, right?
Correct.
Of the square.
Correct.
So if Captain Marvel was, I don't even think she has the ability to do that. Oh, she does have running shot. And when you do running shot, can you still carry somebody?
Yes.
I'm actually going to place her here. I'm going to carry. Now, would you be able to hit him from here?
With a close attack, yes. I would not be able to shoot him because he is being blocked by Captain Marvel and the blocking terrain. Yes.
All right. So then we will shoot at Madam Hydra.
Okay.
What are my abilities here? Just running shot, right? What's my blue ability?
Psychic Blast.
Penetrating Psychic Blast.
That means that the damage you deal with a range attack cannot be reduced.
So that would get by his.
Correct. The invulnerability, yes.
So generally, I think I found in this game, there's generally a yin and yang here. There's something that prevents stuff, but there's also another ability that gets through that.
Yep.
All right, so I have an 11 on her, 17?
Yep.
So those quick math people, that's a 6. Oh, that is a hit.
That is a hit for 3 damage. and I believe she is KO'd.
We have a casualty. That's what you get for stealing my robe.
So then, in a regular 300-point tournament, you would have scored 45 points.
Yeah, so the way the tournaments are scored, it's the number of points of models you've taken out.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not play with objects, which are probably an integral part of tournament play.
They are, yes.
They have point values too. Usually they're low, maybe 10, something like that.
Well, there's just standard objects as well, trash can lids, car doors.
But those are not
bowling
worth
bars.
points, though, right?
Those are not, no. But they still add damage when you attack.
So
attack.
what he is talking about, there are objects, and they do, believe it or not, they have this nice little little notch here. Or do these not have it now that I
It's
said
on the
it?
back. It's on the back.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
The bigger notches.
So you kind of put that in there, like, oh, she is carrying an item. So it's easy. Some of them you put on the card. It's
a nice.
It is
thing.
nice when they have these tokens that you pop it on the back and you know, okay, they're carrying a frying pan. Oh, I still have another action, don't I?
Yes, you do.
1, 2, 3. He can't charge in there. Oh wait. Is it half rounded up or down?
Well, it's an 8, so it's an even 4.
Well, his Spider-Man ability, could I copy the Avengers ability?
You could. However, it says move action. Charge is a power action.
Ah, that is garbage.
But you are right. If you would half a value and it would be an odd number, you do
Just
round up.
Okay.
So if his speed was a 9, you would half it and round it up to a 5.
Is there any reason not to take an action?
Well, you do.
So I'm debating just not taking the third action.
You could.
Wolverine can't take one.
Correct.
So let's leave these two. I almost want Invisible Woman to clear.
But she does have barrier. You could put a wall up to protect your guys here. And remember, anyone next to her barrier copies her 19
that's
defense.
right. Friendly character. Okay, so where's barrier? So what is that action?
That's a defensive power.
All right, so here we go. Let's see, I got to read this, and this is not one from her. Minimum range 6, up to 4 blocking terrain. Yeah, we're just going to... I didn't even read the whole thing.
I know, yeah. I think everyone knows that, yeah.
All right, sorry. I just will generate 4 blocking terrain markers, one at a time, in distant squares within range. Other than the first, each marker must be adjacent to at least one other, and at least one must be in line of. So the first one has to be in line of fire.
Correct.
So we're saying I could just go 1, 2. Could I?
Yeah, totally.
Is that a better play than here?
It actually doesn't really matter, but yes, in this sense, because
if you had flying,
if I destroyed this and then this, I could get in here, but I had to destroy this to get to this first.
Okay. All right, there we go. And we're saying what? They all get plus.
So her defensive value is a 19.
Okay.
So anyone adjacent to her barriers, which
but you'd have to get through one of them to.
Right.
Okay.
But even if
that's a power action, right?
Yes. You never destroy this one. He's still adjacent to these barriers and her, so he gets the 19.
Okay.
So from range, he is at 21.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's pretty good.
A little bit.
I think Captain Marvel's going to get a...
I really hope so.
I think she's going to get skewered here.
The only problem... Oh, yeah, you know what? That might happen. That might happen. What is her defensive power?
Who?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, she has toughness. Oh, no. She has energy shield, deflection, and invulnerability.
So she has the same thing.
So invulnerability, again, is the 2?
Yes, she negates damage by 2. So she has the same thing that Magneto has.
Okay.
No,
I get those. At some point, I'm going to remember those.
It's one of those things again. Yeah.
Impervious is the best one.
Correct.
Then it's invulnerability. Then it's toughness.
But she is double token, so I don't have to worry about her for a good while, actually.
And I didn't help myself because if I want to charge with Wolverine, I got to go around her now, don't I?
No.
Can he squeeze through the...
You can go there, yeah. Okay. You can move through friendly characters.
Oh, that's right.
You just can't be in their same square. However, no, I have to do some thinking. Because I really would like to damage Captain Marvel because she is kind of a pain.
So, Zach, you have to explain that. It said, do they just hop around into into channels and buff numbers or something. I mean, it's kind of cool. The huzzah, like it said rating with 14, so 14 at one point just joined our stream.
Nice.
See, this is I'm wrapping my head around Twitch. Oh, what was your buddy's name? Was he able to work on any cool custom stuff for us?
Okay.
Oh, I guess is that the one he did? Maybe that's. Yeah.
So we're gonna have Rogue fly over here and charge at Captain Marvel.
Okay.
She is going to carry, Taskmaster with. So this is going to be a 10 from Rogue onto a 17.
Oh, the lucky dice.
I know, right? Actually,
The lucky. Wait, I still have my 3.
Actually, you know what? We won't. Let's have her attack Wolverine instead, because Captain Marvel's already double token, so I don't gotta worry about her for a turn yet.
Okay.
So 10 on to 17. You've given me cursed dice here. So that is only a 16, so that is a miss.
I can prob that.
You could, but you
I'll
won't.
pass.
Yeah.
That I know too. Probability control is another one. So basically, you can force rerolls in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was a theme team one, but there are characters that have probability control. What is it? They have to have someone that can see. Is it the attack or the attacker or either?
The attack, the person doing the roll.
All right.
So you have had to be able to see Rogue.
So in theory,
reroll
if
that.
Spider-Man had it, he would not be able to see Rogue.
Exactly.
So in this case, I could have used Captain Marvel to theme team that, right?
Correct. Because even though I'm adjacent to Wolverine, a Wolverine can't
Can't see
actually
her.
see her.
That's the tricky part with the corners. Yeah, that's
where it gets a little funky. Now, Magneto is going to use Telekinesis to move Super Skrull over to here.
Mm-hmm.
And on a straight diagonal, we're going to have Super Skrull shoot Wolverine with penetrating Psychic Blast.
What? So does that avoid toughness?
It will. It will cut right through it.
Okay.
So 11 on a 17.
So 6 again would not be good.
A 6 would hit, yes.
Oh, 5 would not be good.
So that is an 8. Now that you can re-roll if you so choose.
You're still hitting on a 6. Is that worth? How much is the damage?
3 damage.
1, 2, 3. What is flurry?
Flurry means you can punch twice with one action.
Okay. Blades. Is that the one where you can roll? Blades
Correct.
Claw?
Yep.
You can either do the damage or roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, basically with Blaze Claw's Fangs, if you make a
How
close
many
attack,
actions? Is that your third one?
that will be my last one, yes.
I'll use it. Let's
See what happens?
So she is. Can he prob his own stuff or has?
He can prob it, yes.
So technically, I would have 2 probability controls there.
Correct.
Okay.
And it worked.
Yeehaw!
Okay, and then we're going to have Taskmaster clear his token. Before I do
See,
that...
now I realize my error, though. Now I can only take actions with 2 characters this turn.
Indeed. We're going to have...
Yikes.
Yeah, we're going to have Taskmaster sidestep over here. And it is your go.
Oh, yeah, I knew. I didn't think it was high priority. I didn't know if he had free time there, Zach. I would do it. It's past my skill level. Do
So-
these go?
Yes, so they go away at the beginning of the turn.
What would be if I want to charge Super Skrull?
So first
What
off,
does he-
if you want to move from that spot
Oh, that's
with
right.
Wolverine in any way, you'd have to try and break away, which means you'd have to declare the action and roll a d6. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you can break away from Rogue and proceed with your action normally.
So what Brandon is saying, anytime you're adjacent to an enemy figure, at which I am, that's the weird thing. I can't see her, but I'm adjacent. It's kind of weird, but you have to roll. Basically, it's a 50-50. 4, 5, 6. So I declare my action, and then I would have to roll the breakaway. If I fail the breakaway, I get a token
and
and do
that's
nothing.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So in other words, I'm just gonna go after Rogue, I think.
Okay.
All right. So I have Blades Claw flangs.
Blades, flaws, clangs.
So he will attack Rogue, as much as that pains me to do. I don't want to attack Rogue. So I am a...
You're an 11 on a 17.
And she has gray, which is...
Invulnerability.
So it's going to decrease it by 2.
Yep.
But he does do 3.
Yep.
Oh, I could roll, though.
You could.
All right, we'll get to that. So 11 on a 17.
So that is a critical miss. That is the worst roll.
That, right?
Yeah, you can. You totally can.
Well, we'll explain it.
So critical miss basically means he missed the attack, even if it would, in theory, hit the target. Like say he had a 13 attack and had a 15 defense. A critical miss is always a miss, and he deals himself 1 unavoidable damage, meaning no reducers, no nothing. He takes the damage. But he does have 2 theme team rerolls left, so Wolverine will reroll those dice.
Yes, we do not want that to happen.
So that is an 11 plus a 6.
That just hits.
That just
17.
hits. Do you wish to roll for Blade?
Okay, so let's explain this to me. Normally he does 3 damage.
Correct. If you
She's
roll,
blocking 2.
Yes.
So if I don't do anything,
I take
she
1.
would take 1.
Right.
I can roll.
Yes. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you'll do more damage. But you have a chance at rolling a 3, which is the same amount of damage. If you roll a 2 or a 1, I will take no damage.
Yeah. What's the
The minimum is your printed value, which is 3 minus 1.
Yeah. So even if I roll 1, it technically is doing
Isn't
2 damage,
2,
but because she has...
So you
not
have a
toughness,
50% chance. She has invulnerability.
Vulnerability. God,
you have a 50% chance to deal her more damage.
We're dealing her more damage.
All right. So therefore, it is
so
a
4
so
minus the 2.
She takes 2.
So what do we do with Spider-Man? He's kind of in a...
He's in a rough spot, Jim.
What's incapacitate?
So incapacitate you can use as a close attack or a range attack. And what happens is if you hit the target, you don't deal them damage, you just give them a token instead. Think of it like he's webbing them up.
Yeah, okay. Because his charge is, man, how does Spider-Man have a movement of 8?
This is not the optimal Spider-Man. This is just a starter set Spider-Man.
That's like me in a Spider-Man suit. Like I could probably my fat butt could probably. I mean, I wouldn't move 8, but I mean, in theory, like whatever.
I mean, there was a. Fat
I mean, he
Spider-Man
is in
clip.
black and blue. I mean I should have known right away. Ah, crud. Of course. See, I put it. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Aha, you could.
But he is only doing 3. And she can't take another token.
Nope.
So so there was an old rule. You used to take damage with the second token. So if you did incapacitate, would it do an unavoidable?
It wouldn't do anything. It would do nothing.
Even in the old rules, it wouldn't do anything?
In the old rules, it would deal her a 1 penetrating damage.
Okay.
But in this rule, it doesn't do squat.
How many clicks does she have left?
So let's see. She is on click number 10. That means she's got 2 damage would KO her.
You know what? Let's do it. What am I putting out there? Green this time. So 1, 2, 3. We are going to charge. So again, that is half your move.
Yep.
Rounded up.
Yep.
And then you get to do a basic attack.
Yep. You could use incapacitate if you wish, but I would say just go for the punch.
It does say incapacitate. Deal 1 damage to each character hit. Can he target?
He can double target. He's got 2 lightning bolts. However, there is no other targets. Plus, the 1 damage wouldn't matter because she's got toughness.
All right, let's do it. He has a 11.
Is an 11.
So we need a 6 again.
That's a 6.
There it is.
I'm pretty sure she is knocked out.
Well, that only takes 1, right? Or does she not have it anymore?
She has toughness now.
Oh.
That was 3 minus 1, 2. She is knocked out.
I believe Brandon is taking it easy on me, or maybe. Because normally, if I knock out one character, I still bring up the fact that I won a game with him when Cable one-shot it. That
wasn't a win in the game. You just took out a character. There's a difference.
Your definition of winning a game and my definition of winning a game
are different because yours is wrong.
Well, I don't get to play much. So me playing is a win in general. I forgot who he KO'd. Who did he...
Spider Carnage.
Oh. Which makes it even more infuriating for you.
Not really. It's Miles, and I don't really care about Miles. But that is your last available action.
All right, so this character did not go.
Mm-hmm.
So they clear off, which frees them up
For next turn.
So anytime, I mean, I couldn't do anything with them, but even if someone had one, they would still clear. Anyone that did not take an action, clears a token. But I have people in bad spots now.
You do.
Although he's tokened out.
Well, yeah, Magneto is not good right now.
There's another ability that none of these guys have with what we forgot to mention with leadership is you get to roll, and it could remove a token.
Yes.
Is it a 5 or 6?
It is a 5 or 6.
They have to be adjacent. Or
yes.
No?
Yes. Yeah. But let's.
So leadership in general is a fantastic ability.
It is. It is amazing. Now,
how would you rate the abilities? Like, when you build a team, is that one of the first things you want to have on your team?
Usually, there are some characters that you can build around.
Sidestep seems pretty.
Sidestep is okay. Usually, you sidestep for a character to be able to run out, grab an object, and then bring it back to you.
Yeah.
But so to start off my turn, which is going to be very uneventful, I'm going to have Super Skrull use Running Shot, which means he can move half his speed, which would be 9, run it up to 5. He's going to move into Hindering, just in case he gets shot at by Captain Marvel. I have an extra defense. And I'm going to choose to shoot at Wolverine.
Okay.
Which is going to be an 11 on a 17. He does have Psychic Blast. So I
have Toughness?
Yes. I need a 6 to hit to do a full 3 damage. And that's a 7.
I think I'm going to save that roll.
Okay, so then Wolverine will take the full 3 damage.
See, that I never, like, I feel like when I watch you guys play, like, the theme props don't last very, like...
It depends.
Like, I feel like in that role, because it's, I got lucky the first time, odds are, I don't think you'd do that again. Like, if you hit, like, a 10 on an 18... I'd probably make you roll.
Yeah, you'd want to save them for the harder to hit rolls, for sure. Now the question is, what do I want Taskmaster to do? Because there's 2 things I could do, actually.
Well, he can target 3. This is the confusing part for me. He can target 3. If he hits them, he doesn't do full damage to all of them. He can choose to spread his damage. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he does. So in theory, if they had no abilities, he could ping each one for 1, or could do 2 and 1, or.
Correct.
Well, I guess it gives him the option in case he misses something, he could hit another target though.
So
right?
Yes, but I don't think that's going to happen with what he can do. So at least he better
I'm
not.
afraid what I feel like.
He's going to sidestep to 1, 2 to here.
Okay, notice why he did that. Had he sidestepped here,
I'd stop moving.
He'd have to stop because he's adjacent to me.
And he has 3 targets, so he's going to triple target Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain Marvel with Incapacitate. And if he hits, he will give each of your characters a token.
Okay. So what do we have? 18, 17, 7?
Yep. Now, however, though, he gets +3 when attacking one or more characters. He gets +3 to his attack value when attacking one or more characters that can use a special power. So the special powers are those white powers that we talked about earlier. So both Spider-Man and Captain Marvel has it, so that triggers that ability. So he has a 14 attack.
Okay.
So I need anything a 4 or higher will hit everybody.
Just not a critical miss.
Yeah. Which is exactly what I needed, a 4. Wow. That didn't scare me at all. What are you talking about?
That could be like that is not. I will not prop that.
Are you sure?
I want to, but
do it.
No.
Do it. Go ahead. Do it. Do it.
No.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm saving it.
Okay. Plus, however, Spider-Man does have super senses.
That's right. So what on a 5 or 6?
5 or 6, he evades the attack completely. Just like that.
He did.
Okay, so these 2 get tokens.
Do they take a damage, or is that just Spider-Man's special ability?
That's just Spider-Man, so they just get 2 tokens. And then Taskmaster has the team player ability. meaning that he can copy a friendly team ability. So he's going to copy the Skrull team ability from the Super Skrull, which means that if someone targets him with an attack, I can roll a dice first, and if I get a 6, he can't be targeted.
Okay.
All right, so Magneto gets to clear, and go ahead.
All right. I think she ends running a shot. So he's going to get an extra defense for being there, but what else does he have?
I have +3 defense. I have +3 defense from range, because I get +2 from my defense power, and I get +1 because I am inside the hindering.
I want to shoot at Taskmaster. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put him there. That doesn't. Miss Marvel can. It's a power action to put those things down. Let's do this. Let's have Captain Marvel hit Taskmaster.
Okay.
So that's just a punchy punch.
11 on a 17.
11 on a 17.
I get the Skrull shape change. No.
All right. So I need a 6.
That's a 7.
That's
Roll
a 7.
a tree.
Oh, he has nothing.
Nope.
All right. Then we will 1, 2, 3, 4. We will running shot Taskmaster.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, what do I have here? That doesn't matter. What's the white power? Oh, that's the, I don't want to do an energy explosion because that would hit my guys.
Correct.
You can't hit your own guys.
You can.
Which makes sense.
With that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if those were both his, I probably would risk hitting one of mine to hit 3, but, so I'll just do the normal, well, yeah, that's just a normal shot, right?
Yes. But he does have shape change.
Yeah.
Nope.
Close.
Normally that would work.
Yes.
But no.
So I have an 11 again on a 17?
Yep.
So I need a 6.
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
He's out.
3 damage.
Yep, he's out.
That hurts him a little bit. That pains you taking Taskmaster off the...
Well, the funny thing is, and I know this was an accident, you did that exactly how you should have, because when she hit him, his defense was better for range attacks. Then she hit him on the defense that's better for close attacks. So you did exactly what you should have done.
And quite frankly, I forgot Spider-Man was there too.
Yeah.
So I guess he just charges. Does he still have charge?
He does.
So I guess he charges Taskmaster?
You mean Super Skrull?
Or Magneto?
Or Magneto, whichever you wish.
Well, he can't get over there, I can tell you that. 1, 2... Oh, wait.
Yeah, he can.
No, I'm going to go... I guess
He would stop here.
If I go 1, 2, 3, 4...
Or there.
Or 1, 2, 3... If I come over this side.
Okay.
All right. He does not get the defense on.
Correct. So he is just an 18.
All right. So an 11 on 18. Need a 7. Just got the 7.
7 for 1 damage.
And that is my. Oh, again, what am I doing? So I think that just clears him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all went, and she has nothing. That's very inefficient, folks. That is very inefficient. But we got no chats going on.
No one's talking. Everyone's bored with us.
Yeah. There's people watching.
Okay. All right. So, since Magneto is next to Spider-Man, I'd have to roll a dice to see if I can get away from you. He does have sidestep, which means that if I want to, I can take a free action to try and move 2 spaces. If I fail the breakaway roll, I still have my action to take for the turn. So I'm going to see
So that gets you bypassing since it's a free action, if you fail, it didn't really hurt you.
Yep. The question is, I want to try and punch you instead first and then break away. Or try and hit someone else. Let's see.
I don't think he has any defensive stuff, does he? Oh, super senses.
Yeah, you have super senses, which is becoming really annoying. Yeah, you know what? Let's just see if I can punch
Do
you.
all these characters have 5 clicks? It looks like.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess that makes it a little easier too.
Yep, very simple, very straightforward. So let's see if Magneto can punch Spider-Man. So it's a 10 on an 18. I don't really like that.
Oh, hey, Merle.
You know what? I'm going to see if I can sidestep instead and see if I can punch Human Torch.
I would say, too, for people in, like, the miniature game, if you don't want to spend the money and do the whole collectible thing, like, the miniature games every, 2 or 3 times a year at this point? It used to be more, but I mean...
They do them every other set.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad... I mean, think of it as, if you think of it as a board game for $60 or whatever,
Yeah.
with these little side missions and scenarios, I kind of dig that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, like I said, I've done one of them, and it was actually pretty cool. Usually how they have it is you're playing, like, it's for 2 people playing 2 sides of a scenario, and then what happens is if a certain side wins, you go to, like, the next part of the scenario. If the other side wins, you go to a different part.
So, for example, I'll just read this. So this says Scenario A, defending New York from Skrulls. Skrulls are blah, blah, blah. So use the map New York, which I guess is the other side.
Yeah, it's the other side of this map.
Other side. The hero player plays Spider-Man, Wolverine, Human Torch at 25, 35, 40 points respectively. The villain plays Super Skrull, X-Men, and Rogue at 40 points each, and 2 Skrull bystanders. So that's where those bystanders come in.
Yep, that's where.
And then then on the flip side, I guess it's just to knock each other out. It doesn't really say.
Yeah. Usually says if side A wins, this happens.
Yeah, so here it is. If the hero wins, it says proceed to scenario B. If the villain wins, proceed to scenario C.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, there's what? It goes 8. So what is that, 8 letters? 7. 8. Yeah, 8 letters.
Yep. Yeah, they had ones where in the first one they did, you had to rescue.
That's cool. That might make me... And these were in the Wonder Woman one, too?
Yes.
That might make me open up one of those, to...
Yeah. The very first one they did, the Battlegrounds, they had one, like, it started off with you trying to rescue Bucky from the Red Skull and then trying to stop his, like, scheme. It was actually pretty neat. But anyway, so I failed the breakaway roll for sidestep. So I just gave him a token. He's going to try and punch Spider-Man now. So it's a 10 and an 18. And that's a no. So we're just going to
You can cave the dice. You can... the green casino dice are not Brandon's friend right now.
Yeah, no, they are not. They are not.
Even the one he hit on, it was 2 2s.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost impossible to miss.
But go ahead. It is your turn.
All right, so Spider-Man and Captain Marvel are out. Let's go ahead and charge. I can't see that. Oh, it's only a 7. Well, he can still get over that, right? Or does he still have charge? No, he does not.
He has Flurry.
He has Flurry. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. He's kind of in a bad spot then, isn't he?
A little bit.
So I don't have anyone to carry him this turn. You can't pick up along the way, can you?
No, you cannot. No.
I mean, makes sense. You know what I will do though? I don't know if this is the right play, but I might try. So just hear me out. If I go here, what I'm trying to do is box Magneto in.
Okay.
He doesn't have a huge escape route then, does he?
Well,
out the back, I guess.
I can still just use telekinesis to move myself out of there, even from adjacency.
Okay.
But it would make it a little bit harder. But if you did that, you'd be better off just putting him right next to Magneto, because
But one breakaway gets you away from both.
Correct. But
like if you did your sidestep, you don't have many. You'd have to almost go that way, right?
You can go here too.
But how do you get there? Because if you go here, you have to stop. If you go here, you have to stop.
No, because if I break away... Oh, are you going there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would stop me a little bit harder, yeah. Well, actually, no, because he flies. If you're moving, adjacency doesn't matter.
Oh.
Breakaway still matters, but not movement. So if I broke away, I could keep moving past Human Torch.
He's just not without charge. He's kind of.
Well, the goal is to charge him in and then he's next to someone,
Yeah.
might take damage, and now he can punch twice. It's just fortunate for you and unfortunate for me that both characters that were next to him are now dead.
Yeah. Or do I go tie up this clown? Guess we can have a battle over there. We'll just move over there.
Alrighty.
I guess in theory, should I go in the hindering? If you have more characters, I'd be more concerned. I don't know if that's the right play. I'll put him there.
Okay.
Human Torch does. What is his defense? What is green?
I have a +2 against range attacks. So so if you're trying to shoot me, I have a 20.
So this is why I don't. So if I move next to you, it's no longer a shot.
It's a punch, correct. However, you have no way of moving and punching in the same turn.
You are right.
You can move and shoot with running shot, but that's about it.
You know what? Oh, yeah, we're gonna running shot.
Okay.
We are going to shoot at Super Skrull.
All right. Now, first off, you do have 2 targets. He has 2 targets he can shoot at, so you can shoot both of them.
But with his energy deflection, it's almost right.
Trust me, nothing's impossible.
I guess I can decide once it happens.
Yeah, it would be after the roll. So
Sure.
First,
Yeah.
he has shape change anyway.
Uh-huh.
So even if you succeed,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
you'd have to shoot him anyway.
Yeah.
And that's a 6.
Oh. Wait, I thought we were rolling the casino dice.
No. You said, no.
All right, so does he not have the shape change anymore?
So he just still has it. So no, he never had it. He never had it.
Okay.
That was Taskmaster. So
that's right.
so you can't target him this turn, but you can target Magneto. So it's an 11 on a 20. You need a 9. You need an 8. Sorry. Yeah, 9. Yeah, that's a 7.
Last theme team prob.
Nope.
And
then lovely invisible woman. What
I
will
gotta do
she
something with
do?
her. I guess I just move her up there. Really, I don't know. And that means clear. Clear. Oh, someone said just go for it. What am I going for? I don't know what to do here.
Going for what?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna see if Magneto can.
What Brandon
sidestep.
doesn't know is he's playing soft,
No. Okay.
and now if I effectively beat Brandon, I think I have defeated the whole guild of assassins.
I don't believe that's correct.
Oh, that's correct. I mean, theoretically, I've already beaten you because I've beaten Rick and Eric, and they've beaten everyone at some point. So
there's no.
it's just simple deduction. I mean, really not.
There's no transitive property here.
No, I think there is.
All right, so we're gonna have Magneto try and punch Spider-Man. I'm gonna go with a 10 on an 18. That's a 7. That does not work. No.
You could still try and sidestep away, couldn't you?
I tried that before already.
Oh.
No.
What's Super Skrull gonna do?
He is gonna
Punch.
try and punch Wolverine.
Does Wolverine have anything special? He just have tough.
He just has toughness.
That's the -1.
Yep. If he hits.
I think the dice are.
Yeah, no, that's not working this game. It is your go.
I mean, you're lucky this isn't the Hunger Games, or you'd be getting picked. That's all I'm saying. Like, you'd be on that island. Let's have Wolverine didn't like that, so he's gonna swing back.
Okay. Now you have Flurry.
So So what is that? That is.
That means you can give him one action, and he gets to punch at Super Skrull twice.
Yes, we will do that.
However, if I make the shape change, you can't punch at him at all.
Oh. And you only get. Do you get one for each, or just one?
If I make the first one, then that's it. If I miss the first one, then I get the second one. And I got it.
Son of a.
So, Wolverine's good for the turn.
I got no choice. Let's have. Doesn't help because he already has a thing. Let's try and hit. So we're gonna have Spider-Man.
Okay.
Try and hit Magneto.
That is an 11 on a 17.
That is a hit.
And I think he is out. He is.
Uh-oh. So that makes it easy. I guess I just shoot with Captain Marvel.
Yes, she has Psychic Blast that will cut through his toughness.
But he still gets
The shape change. Need a 6. No.
And he still gets the +1.
I do. So it's an 11. He has a 17. Because I'm in the hindering, it's an 18.
Need a 7. Oh, that was close. So we have not talked about this. The double 1 is a critical miss.
We did talk about that because you got one. You just rerolled.
No, I meant had it been a
double 6 is a critical hit.
Critical hit, and what is that? I forget. That is.
So a critical hit means you automatically hit, even if by chance it would not hit, and you deal 1 extra damage to every hit target.
Okay. But we didn't. All right. That was only.
That was fun.
2 things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She still does not. Can she see him?
She can, yes, because you would go from here to here. It would cross right here, so she can see him.
Oh, that makes sense. I never thought of the math that way. Huh.
10 and 19.
Someone said I should make you switch back to the casino dice. I'll take his 6s on that chain. Like I at this point, I'm calling this a win.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a win.
All right. So it's a 10 on a what?
A 19.
19, but you get to.
Nope.
Here we go. It's coming. No.
Oh, nope.
So Marvel did not go.
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah. I put the wrong.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man took out Magneto, and you shot him, and she missed.
Then I did 4 things.
No, you didn't.
Because he missed.
You did do 4 things, so she couldn't have done anything.
She couldn't have
so
done
then just clear her.
Yeah.
And clear torch.
Clear torch. Good catch. By me.
Now the question is, do I even bother?
You got to take somebody out, right?
Probably not. Not at this rate. Let's see how nice the dice wish to be. If not, I'm out anyway. I'm gonna try and break away.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Look at
casino
this.
dice.
Yeah.
B-Dog, I believe we need the casino. You are correct.
Then let's go ahead. Let's go after
You didn't roll the casino dice.
I don't really care. You want me to roll a casino dice?
No,
I'll roll a casino
no,
dice. I'll roll a casino dice. All right, so we're going to have him attack Human Torch.
All right.
10 on the 17. And I'll use the casino dice.
He has energy deflection, which does not matter because...
It does not, no, because
It's for range attacks, right?
Yes. I'm rolling these gigantic casino dice.
Whoa!
See? Yeah. There, you happy?
Ouch.
You happy, world?
What am I taking?
I don't know yet, because I get to roll Blade's Claw's Fangs with Super Skrull. So I just want a 5 or a 6. Just a 5 or a 6. That's a 2. So you take 2.
That could have been worse.
It could have. Could have been a 3.
Had you rolled a casino die.
Yeah.
Oh, there you have it.
Alrighty.
All right, we'll make it. Let's just... I want to use this because it says coming in hot, but I can't use it. That's a running shot.
Ah.
We'll have Human Torch.
Alrighty.
He's gonna swing back.
I will.
Roll your. Yeah.
I will scroll with the. Okay. See it. See it, everyone. See it. See it. All right. All right.
Oh.
Normally that would have been great,
Yes.
but it is not.
So we have
An 11 on an 18. That is the game.
That is a good game, my friend.
Boom. Yes.
I have now single-handedly annihilated the first quarter's #1 guild on the win, the #1 clan on the win. I've single-handedly taken them out systematically, one by one. No, so I will say, as I'm playing this, I'm learning it. So here's my... Brandon's heard this story. My pros and cons. I think it's a great game. I think it requires a good to be good. It requires dedicate. Like, you really have to play. See, when we play miniature games, like we play Marvel. Like, to me, Marvel's a good side game. Like, the rules, they don't take up a lot of space. Like, they're kind of easy.
Yeah.
Like, this is a game you have to play and play a lot of. And now playing with these slightly easier cards and me learning some of the abilities, I can see. Like I said, from afar, I've always appreciated the game. It's the amount of thought. Like when I watch these guys play, like you can make fun of them and call them names and talk about their mom, and they don't even know they don't even know you're talking because they're like unless their opponent's going. Like
is that what you say about us then?
Oh, I just see how much I can say when you guys aren't paying attention. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. So I can see that. Like I said, because it's hard for me to play a game. Like even playing casually, I want to be competent at the game.
Yeah.
And I really only. I mean, what were my main questions? Like barrier, I didn't know that. Incapacitate,
Well, even when we played the other day, you're still pretty competent at the game itself. It's just like I said in the beginning, learning all the powers is what takes forever, and what makes it feel like there's such a high level of competency. But really, you just look at the pack.
I can't sit at this and read this. Like as I use more, like some powers are more prevalent on dials, so they just become okay. Like I said, I even know what sidestep is. The defensive, I still get that confused. But yeah, so that's my I always say about the game. It's a great game. You can play like I said, you can buy these boxes once or twice a year and play the game.
Yeah,
and have fun.
And one box gets you 10 characters. You get everything you need to play the game. You get 2 boards because there's a flip side to this.
I'm guessing that's the outdoor New York something.
Yeah, it's the New York street.
Yeah.
You get a little scenario you can play with a friend. You get the tokens, the dice, the markers.
Yeah, some that we didn't use the wall. The wall is
the wall is basically
you can break those too, right?
Yes.
And you put a debris marker.
Yeah. Yep. And there are some characters that just by moving they can destroy blocking.
Yeah, because was that pile driver on?
Well, the wrecking crew, all of him and his crew does it. Juggernaut does it.
And even if you want, like a lot of times they'll do sealed events where you just buy the boosters and create a team, or they do like a little draft. And what's that called with the multiplayer?
So when you have like 3 or 4 people, it's a battle royal. That's where you each buy in for a booster. You each get a booster of 5 characters, and then you open it. You pick one character and pass it to the person on your left until everyone has 5 characters. Then you just play all of them together.
Wait, is that?
What?
Oh, is that Nicole? Ghost a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
You're not technically in the guild, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, she doesn't count.
You were down the totem pole. I had to dismantle the mute assassins first. So I would say playing with these easier ones definitely helped because again, all these characters had 5 clicks, I think.
Yes, yeah, they all have the same.
You get some that have 10 and they have stop clicks and they change constantly. So
I was kind of at first I just was trying to kill anybody. I was trying to hit Wolverine down to the stop click so I could see what happens, which I think was actually just one more, and that would.
I think it was, yeah.
And then because it's Wolverine, and we all know that Wolverine has a healing factor.
Yeah, it says stop and then regeneration.
Yeah, which means he won't reduce damage anymore, but you can just take an action roll a d6, and then heal half the result. So he could have healed
And
3
that's
clicks.
rounded up too, right?
Yeah.
Everything in this is rounded up.
Correct.
Okay.
But again, that notes that Wolverine doesn't go down easy. He gets to the bottom end of his dial. He stops taking damage, and then he can heal.
She said I'm not in the guild. It's a matter of bragging at this point.
That's all he gets to do.
Nicole, you do not follow my logic.
No one does.
All the players I beat have at some point beaten you. So in theory, I beat you.
Didn't you already beat her Saturday anyway?
No, remember she won.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, we miscounted the first time, I think.
No, your character was left on the board at the end.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, because that's what she said, and I said if your team is no longer on the board, you have
survived?
lost.
I don't even remember who survived.
You, Hela.
Oh, Hela. Yeah.
Hela.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goddess of death.
Did you forget about that?
Nothing
Hela.
big.
Hela. Holla. Yeah. So look at that.
Yeah, Hela beat
I've
the
even
hell out of us.
defeated the groupies. Like it's like. I will play you, Nicole. I don't want to. I should retire now.
Yeah, you should, because you haven't beaten anyone.
I beat everybody. So again, I do like I said, I do appreciate the game. I would like. See, the problem is when you own a game store, unless you stream, you really don't get time to. Running the store does not allow much time to play the games.
No, but it does help when you have a weekly group that plays it on a decent schedule.
So we do from the Ashes games here in Warnersville. We do have usually every Sunday. Occasionally we don't
Unless
have an
it's
event.
a holiday like Easter. Yeah, we're here every Sunday.
Yeah, usually they're here most Sundays playing, and I kind of watch. And like I said, I'm not opposed to playing, but it's just anyone that has played a game with a store owner knows that. That game that should last 30 minutes could turn into 2.5 hours because you got to get up 12 times and and run a store. I don't know why it doesn't run it. It should be like one of those Amazon like where you go in and it just knows what you take off the.
I mean, I'm sure you could implement that somehow.
I gotta know people that know stuff about that. That's what I need.
But no, as he was saying, we meet just about every Sunday. We're a great group of people, always looking for new players, happy to teach new people. We have a bunch of pieces we can give to help you grow your collection, learn the game.
Yeah, because a lot of the commons and uncommons, like you guys open a lot of those up, so there's always.
Yeah, that's the thing with this game. There is a price point to it. To buy a lot of boosters, 10 boosters is a brick, 20 boosters is a case. It is a bit steep. It gets up there, and there are high-value meta pieces. It's what it is. The higher rarity, higher meta pieces, they're going to cost you quite a few bucks.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, what are they, about 15? I guess the price went up a little bit. You're paying like $3 to $4 per blind figure.
Yeah, but you can get a lot of the commons and uncommons online for way cheap, like a couple.
Or you just show up on Sunday and tell Rick you're coming or Brandon, and they probably have.
Yeah, I mean,
unless it's one of those commons, unless it's Loki that Rick needs 72 to put on the board, like he's more than
Loki. He has his illusions. But no, we happily share amongst each other when we need pieces. I'm donating a bunch of pieces for an event this coming Saturday. Always happy to teach new people. I'm available most days as well. People looking to learn. It is a really fun game. Like I said earlier, I've been playing for 12 years.
Actually, Merle was watching. Merle seemed to be picking it up when he was watching us because he caught a couple things.
Well, he was like totally lost until I explained like the first part, and he was like, "Okay, I'm good now." Like, because he was like,
there were a couple things I know he noticed that happened during the game that
because he was like, "What are the tokens? Why is this? What is going on?"
Yeah.
But
that's
like,
Merle. Merle admit that's how he learns. He learns by watching. Like he's like me. Like you can again. I could read this book, and it would not have helped or pamphlet.
I mean, usually what happens.
Or dissertation.
Yeah, like when I started playing the game, I didn't go through that and read that first. I played the characters I wanted to play, and then like you do, when a power shows up that I don't know, I look in the book and see what it does.
I mean, for a player aid, again, it's great. Like, if you're trying to learn the game, it's just too much information to...
Yeah, and the rule book, which is somewhere, because someone might have thrown it, we don't know. Yeah. And the rule book is a lot simpler than it used to be.
I gotta throw something.
Right.
So.
As long as it's not dice.
Well, these will hurt somebody.
Yeah.
They hurt you when you're rolling them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not taking
so-
your advice anymore.
Yeah, we're pushing that time limit here. Yeah, Merle, just hang out. I mean, you whenever you're here, I know you're getting to that season of the year where you're out a lot, but yeah, they're usually here hanging out playing. Like I said,
So I don't know why I'm looking. I can't see anything.
B
anyway.
Dog said he was happy after you rolled those dice. I don't know. Do we know who B Dog is? I'm not.
That's Brandon.
Oh, that is okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so we're here. They're here Sundays. Occasionally, other nights. I saw a light flash out there. See what I mean? That's why I can't read a comic book. A light in the park. Someone's brake lights just came
Squirrel.
on, and I totally lost my train. I don't even know what I was saying. Like I don't even know. Like it's gone. I'm out. All right. Well, that is that. We're gonna call it a night there. Thank you, Brandon, for filling in.
Anytime.
Hopefully, maybe we can get some more streams in here. Maybe we can get some live games on a Sunday. That just requires, again, more people and more space and more. Hopefully, the basement. I was going to put it down there and it got cold. But all right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you to all that came and joined us in the chat.
Hope you enjoyed it.
We will see you. Usually, our streams are Monday. I think Zach and I will be back to scenario 2 of the Sinister Motives. I don't remember. It was Sandman, and then it was maybe Zach knows, but we will be back scenario 2 with my Spider-Gwen. I'm really enjoying how she plays. It's a cool deck, so we will see you next. Venom, he's saying. Venom is next.
Is Venom next?
Yeah, that sounds right. He's the second villain
Okay.
in the Sinister Motives. All right. Thank you. We will catch you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.